Welcome to the Ruthless Ideas podcast. Today, we got two ideas. First one, we have the twister. First off, I have to preface this week and next week are the 2 weeks I'm working on fine motor skills and fine motor improvements. So I kind of took it a different way. Instead of like the fidget toy, I still made it small like a fidget toy. It just has a different kind of function. So the first one is the twister, and you have it's a cylinder with threads in it with a top part that twists in, and it's pretty much just like a normal container, but then on top there's a square cutout that you insert a 3D printed like piece that allows you to twist the top off. And so the whole goal of this is twisting. So like when you're twisting a door handle, that kind of movement, those types of things, it was kind of just working on grip strength and then the rotation and twisting of the top. So there's also like another way you can kind of go about it is having, say, a piece of candy at the bottom, because the threads don't go all the way down. So you just have a piece of candy at the bottom. All they have to do is twist the top off, and then boom, they get a piece of candy. And so it's kind of a simple reward system that allows them to do a task and then also get a reward from it. So this kind of allows so that if you want them to work on something, you don't have to have an external reward, as in like, I don't know, maybe like technology time or like TV time. Just throw like a Mike and Ike in there. Not a lot of rhyming. Little Mike and Ike, you twist it out, boom, you get the piece of candy. And so it's kind of that quick, easy reward system that also allows them to train their hands, their fine motor skills, fine motor movements to kind of improve and upgrade and try and like work on things that they're struggling with. So I think it's very cool. It's pretty cool. It's very fun. It's also a tad hard to do because when you 3D print threads, it doesn't work as good. So I have to figure that out. But other than that, it's pretty sweet. So we got one comment on that. It was kind of a funny miswording. I phrased it as they get a treat once they get out of the once they get the candy out of the part. Sorry, I'm blanking on words here. But I said you can have them get a treat. Then someone commented, "They get a treat? Are they dogs?" And I was like, wow, that is super awkward. So then I commented back and go, I'm not a dog, but I like treats. So I thought it wasn't supposed to be a comeback. It was just a good way to kind of save the problem that I caused. So other than that, we were good. But no other comments on that. 187 views. It's crazy. This is like the most I've had. It's awesome. It feels really cool to see triple digit numbers. So I'm just waiting for those 4 digits and then it's going to be crazy. So, but yeah, nothing more on that. And then the next product is the Mind Maze. So it's really just a maze that you have 4 different, not access points, but kind of entry exit points. And so on like above those little entry and exit points, they have letters. So for the first start, I had A, B, C, D. And so then what you do is you go through, and A to C is like one challenge, and then you have to go get that. And that's kind of the whole point is, can you go from C to B? Can you go from B to A? Can you go from D to B? Kind of that changing of, instead of just doing a maze and completing it, you have a directive and you have a motive to do, as well as you could spell something out. So you can go spell cab, CAB. There you go. They did it. Or then you can like time them on different things as well. So kind of my next point with that is allowing people to change out the letters so that you can kind of accomplish anything. So that one's pretty cool. It's a fairly simple maze, a fairly simple concept. It was just when I 3D printed it, I didn't realize how small I was making it. And so the pathway is extremely small. I could barely 3D print a part to go in it. So I had to use a little magnet so that I can roll along it, because finding a way to put an insert in there and go around did not work as well. So that was one problem. My next fix I'm going to do is make it so that it's bigger and you could actually fit it in there. So kind of a simple idea, but also I think it could be cool. And it also you can have different ways to move the part. So you can have it in the pencil shape, you can have it in like a giant ball shape where they just have to grip the ball, a giant square, kind of any different shape you want to kind of allow them a multitude of different grips to work on as much grip strength as well as that quick decision making and quick problem solving that comes with trying to solve a maze. So that was kind of cool. I did enjoy making those. They turned out really well. I got 225 views on that one, which is sweet. Then I got one comment that just said, "Good job." And so I just replied with thank you. So it's really cool. Got these ones are kind of popping off. It's awesome. So, but yeah, other than that, that's how it's been going. Some big news though. I am working at this job right now where I design utility poles. And if you don't know what a utility pole is, it's a telephone pole. It's all the poles you see along the roads that have all the wires up, or when the power goes out, they're fixing those poles with all the wires, or something, or one of them fall, then you lose power. All those kinds of things. That's my job. Is I make sure that first off they won't fall, and second off, if like a company like AT&T or Comcast wants to attach to a pole, I have to do all the like work to figure out when they attach, will the pole fail? Will things fall? What violations are on the pole? It's kind of crazy. It's just a lot to learn and a lot to do every single time. So I am actually going to be probably leaving that here soon. I am kind of getting burnt out of it, and it's just, you go to do a job, you do the job, you submit it for like an internal review, which is where people from my team go and review it to make sure I did it right, and then they come back with changes. Some changes you've never heard of, some changes you didn't even think about making, and every single time there's something new that I have never seen before. And it's getting a lot, because you just have to go back through and redo it again and again. And every single time it's new polls, and it's the same thing over and over. And when my dream is designing toys and kind of working with my hands on making inventions and products, it just becomes a lot. And so I'm kind of taking that step of going out of my way, and I'm going to quit and try and start my own business. So I do this Ruthless Ideas as kind of like a side hobby, because I have made no money from it, so you can't really call it a business. So the job I want to start, like the business I want to start, it's like, when I say content creation, to me, I'm not saying like being a YouTuber like this. It's more of making a cool video for a company or a person or a band or something like that, which is actually the first client I'm going to have is a band, Six String Revival. I actually kind of started this band with my buddy. He continued to go through, and I tried to do a little like social media marketing, content creation in the beginning. he never paid me, and I didn't really understand what I was supposed to do. So I kind of left that. But now I'm like, I'm ready to try it again. So we're going to try it again, and we're going to see how that goes. But so yeah, I possibly might actually be a business person, owner, whatever you want to call it. So don't know if you follow my Austin Ruth YouTube channel. That's kind of just an update on what I do with like everyday stuff. I might finally be able to say I became an entrepreneur, because that was kind of the whole point of what I do in that, is just like documenting every day of what I do. So right now I'm on day 301. So for the past 300 days I've been documenting a little bit of every single day of my life. So kind of crazy. Go check that out. But yeah, it's kind of a crazy thing to think about, and it's everyone around me dislikes it because they all don't think it's a good idea, because I'm not going to be making money. But I don't really care anymore. I just want to be happy. And like doing Ruthless Ideas is so much fun, yet I just don't have any, I don't make money from it. So that's the kind of problem. But hopefully I will be able to start doing other things where I can make money on my own terms. So if you have an idea, or you want to pay me to do something, or kind of anything that can make money, possibly, reach out to me. Let me know. I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm trying to escape the rat race. It sucks being in there. So, thank you very much for listening. Please go check out Ruthless Ideas. It's awesome. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.